Hi guys, welcome back to another video in my YouTube channel. Today we'll be playing against HUY, BUGGY. We're just gonna showcase how to play against BUGGY as UP Luffy. I think it's a very dice roll matchup, I would say. Going first give you a very huge advantage, but definitely winnable even if you're going second. So we'll show you how to actually get there. Oh, this hand is quite cringe, bro. Fuck. Do I even keep this? No, we'll mulligan. Okay, in this matchup, you really want to see Nami going second, in a way. You want to be able to ramp and go into second. Obviously, our current hand doesn't allow us to do so, unless we draw into it. The reason being is just so that you want to ramp with Bone Clay, baiting them into dropping their 7-cost BUGGY to lock your Bone Clay, and play up Nami and consistently swing them 6 and 6. Okay, it's over. But we definitely do not starve them, because I did see comments, people saying that they want to try starving them, but starving is definitely not the way. Because starving just allows them to get so much more value and being healthy. I think this matchup is really just a race. You really want to get them out of the game as soon as you can. And Rush Luffy is definitely your best friend, if you can see it. Okay. Our best play here is... nothing is good. It's horrible. We might have to go... Let me think about this. Because he played the 6 cost, we can't God Thread. Because obviously God Thread will be better because you waste asking him for a card. But ramping here is not great as well, just because he only gets us the 9 down. You're not seeing any cards. So I think best is we do 7. He's probably going to block counter, and then we'll play out Nami.
Yes.
Yep, now we play out Nami. This is very interesting. So next turn we'll be on 8, we'll draw a card, and we'll be on 9. So what I'll do, I'll probably start placing these on top. I'll put this here, and put the Sanji on top. So this way, next turn I can drop Katakuri, and then I can go Sanji into Rush Luffy. It will give us a bit of an upper hand. We want to cut this. Pudding is pretty much a useless card in this matchup because they lose their hand size so much faster, unless they've been taking life aggressively. Draw card, draw dawn. Alright, what we need to do here is go 6 and 6. Oh, actually, shit. I should have swung with my leader first. Because if I swung my leader and he counters out, then I don't have to swing with my Nami blocker. Because he has a blocker on board. So something to keep in mind. That was a very rookie mistake of mine. Now because he didn't do it, so I can't swing anymore. We just play Katakuri. And we pass turn. The best he can do here is really just dropping the 10 cost BUGGY and bot deck my Katakuri, and he can start putting pressure on me. It's not great, but it is what it is, just because we didn't see a ramper on 4th on turn. Interesting. If I got this, it's got 3 swings behind, and it's got 3 down up. But I will still guard it, just hoping that he can swing a bigger number into it and let it die. But obviously, HUY is also listening to this, and he's not stupid.
I mean, it's not even that. Like, I'm okay, like, swinging here.
Yeah, you can go
because I don't want 2 attacks onto my body anyway, right?
Yeah, correct. So swing 8 here, so rather than him swinging 8 into my leader, I'm forcing him to swing 8 into Nami, so I can let it go. It becomes like a life, in a way. We can take this one here. Most likely not going to swing with the Miho, because he doesn't want his characters to die. So we'll do this. Take a 2k, start placing it on top. Do that, draw dawn. We'll swing 6. Okay, Now he can low-key like pivot a little bit, right? He's got 3 cards in hand. If I swing side, if he blocks, then I can play Rush Luffy and swing into his side again. So something to think about as well. Obviously, if he has a lot of like hand size, then it's a different story. But just because he doesn't, we can swing 10 into here, and then we can pass turn. Actually, it might have been better to swing into the Mihawk instead, just because he has 2 Croc. But if he doesn't have the second buggy to bottom deck my stuff, it will hurt him a lot.
Okay.
Because now we can play board. He's gonna put, if he starts swinging with his board, everything's gonna be sideways. Then we can easily remove them. Especially with him only having 2 cards in hand. We'll got this one. Oh god. We will have to take this one. We got this one. Oh shit. I'm cooked. This card. We'll take this. Bring this on top, throw it on. Swing 6 side. Nine here. Play this, do this. Gain a life. Put this to his bottom life. Then we will end turn. I think I'm still gonna die anyways, because because of the non-rampers in the early game. 12. Yeah, I know what I healed, so I don't think I can counter out anything. Yeah, concede next game. But you kind of understand the idea, I guess. But I really needed the 1 ramp on my fold on turn. We'll go second again. Why is it giving me these kind of hands? I don't like it, but well, let's keep it anyways. You really need that ramp on the fold on turn. It's very important, but you want to potentially go Bonclay into Nami. That is probably the best play. Draw card, draw down, 2 down, we just pass. 6k. Kind of want to take here because of my hand. Okay, what the hell is that? Let's just block it. Okay, that's fine. I'll normally just swing 6 first because they're gonna take no matter what. I wouldn't play Bonclay and then do it because some weird deck list runs Grab Blade and or like what's that card called, the Sable, whatever, and bounce it back to your hand. So,
yeah, Sable bounce to some cost to your hand.
Yeah, so it's better to just swing first because they're gonna take the 6 no matter what, and don't waste your resource for a 7. And the 1 down up can help as well. If he does somehow want to swing big here, we can use gear 2 in the counter out. Just gonna play Croc here. Nothing wrong with that. That's perfect. You want to force him to play Buggy, obviously, because I really feel like the 7 cost Buggy is a really, really bad card. It's another attackers, and the only 4 costs I have in my deck is really just Bonclay. And it just help you release your pressure as well. And if the Bonclay stays forever, they can never replace that card, and it just stays there forever. Okay, this is not bad. So what we want to do here, we want to swing twice, just because if you play something out in the future, the Bonclay is useless anyway. That 1 extra swing will help a lot. Swing 7. Maybe 6 is enough. That was a bit of a mistake. But we'll start placing these on top. We will do this first, and then this. Oh fuck, that was a mistake. It should have been Gum, but anyways, that's my fault. But I think I wouldn't need it anyways this turn. So now he has to think about it, right? If he swings side and I get a free block here, he needs to swing with his Alvida, and that allows us to swing into his board to slow down his buggy play. So he has to put Don into swing here. Okay, okay. I see you, I see you. If he's doing it this way, we can block, forcing him to swing with his characters, and then we can start chasing his board. Well, obviously he can only also, okay, if he does that, it's fine. If he swings with the croc instead, it might be better just because it's harder for me to swing into it, but you never know, right? I can also just put Luffy on top of my deck and start swinging hard into it.
Yeah, from the buggy's mindset, I'm on 9 dollar, right? So I can still
Yeah.
go 4 or 5. That's why I can only swing with 1. Because if
Yeah.
it dies, I can still play buggy on the next turn.
Correct. Okay, now we'll still swing. Just swing leader first. Let's not make stupid mistakes again. We'll just keep swinging anyways. Because the extra attacker will cost, because remember, this is pretty much a race, in a way. We want to trash... Maybe just trash that. Put that in bottom life. He's most likely going to trash a card. You want to waste his resource as much as you can. Then we'll pass turn. Now we're healthy, and the best thing he can do here really is just removing one body, and we can continue to apply pressure. If I see Rush Luffy on top of my deck, I'm putting in 4 attacks next turn into his face. So, and then he can't kill me at all just because he's gonna not have any Dawn to play around at this time. He's gonna be swinging 7/7 if he wants to. Obviously, he can also keep everything standing. We'll guard out everything here. 2k, 2k. And now it's my turn. We'll draw this. This here. No card drawn on. We'll start off by swinging 6 to his leader and see what he does. He has to counter, I feel. So, and now we can start thinking. He's got 4 cards in hand, 1 blocker. I don't think we'll die next turn. So I can swing with the Nami here to force out more cards. He needs to think about taking or not, because if he start countering, then maybe I can go sideways. But there's no point going sideways here just because I'm just helping him replacing his cards if he's gonna play now Buggy next turn anyways. We'll just go face. Hopefully he takes or he blocks. Whichever is fine. Because we're gonna have 4 bodies next turn and we can't die. And it can help us going for game.
For my side as well, I have to, if I block this and you play a Luffy and I can't guard it, then I can't play buggy anymore.
Correct.
I was really hard to play buggy. So that's why I have to think about this one.
Yeah. Because he will lose 2 board, and summoning two things next turn will cost him like pretty much his whole hand. So now let's trade this into this, and then we can pass turn. But sadly, we don't have the Luffy, but if we do, then he'll be in big trouble. I don't think playing 2 buggy here is the play as well. Because if he does that, he's gonna lose his whole hand. And if his body goes sideways, then we can start trading. We're just putting Dawn on our leader, and over time we just wins in this matchup anyways. I think best thing he could do here really is, okay, play another buggy and then use all his Dawn to attack my bodies. I think it's actually not bad. Because now then I won't have body to actually contest his board. Okay. He's got 4 Dawn up. He can swing 6, 8. No, 6, 8, 8, 13. And he can try and kill my Sanji. So I need to think about this if I want to be able to save both of them, because he's got no blocker as well, but he's got 4 Dawn up. He can potentially play another blocker out, and not actually put Dawn to attack. Because here is, if I do see another rush, I can potentially close out the game. 13, 7, 8. Okay, we got this one. So we'll see what he does. Because for him to kill my Sanji, he kind of needs to jam into it. Because if he doesn't, it kind of hurts if I have Gum Gum. And I have 3 attacks, and he has to play out a blocker to save himself. He's only got 2 cards, so mathematically he can't really do much. We got out as much as we can. Forcing him to make a decision to either drop a blocker if he has, or put Dawn into swinging harder into my characters. We'll let it go just because it's 8. And because we let it go, he's most likely going to jam into it with his buggy to not allow me to play Gum Gum to protect it. So we'll let it go because I don't want to risk drawing my cards. And now we are in a good spot because we're on 3 life. We do not have a rush, unfortunately. Now we just need to think about how we can survive next turn. Okay. Let me think about this. We definitely want to push him down. We might have to take a risk here. We'll start placing this at bottom. Full card. Oh my god, almost press end turn. He's got 5 attackers next turn. So we need to really think about this, how we can actually get out of these attacks. I'll go by 6 first, because we don't have to necessarily push him down too hard. Because if he counters here, then we can pivot as well. But if he goes 7, okay, let me actually think about this carefully, because I got 3 life and he has 6 attackers. Yeah, I think I just go 6. He takes, that's fine. Then we'll go 9. We'll play this out and we end turn. So now he has to have all 5 attacks to go through, and he has 6 attackers. We just need to get out 2. And the 2 Dawn up pretty much should help us secure that. But we'll see how this goes. And if he plays another buggy here to bot deck my Katakuri, he's gonna be left with 5 Dawn to play with, then it's easier for us to counter out anyways. I would say best thing in this matchup, really, you need to like really know what your opponent is having in your hand, and remember that it's kind of a race most of the time. So you want to be able to swing every single turn to put them down low in card and feel threatened in their life, so they don't do anything like so much value that might cost you the game. And obviously, I'm not in the best spot because he can play buggy and swing side, kill my board. And if he can drop out blocker, then I'll need to see Usohachi to close the game, or else it's tough. Six. He's got 4 more attacks. I feel like we can just take this one. Because we want to be able to protect our bodies if possible. This one will guard. Do this. Do down, remove that. Use double attack. Got 30 cards in deck. I don't think I'll be able to see another Usohachi just because I've got 2 in trash, and I believe I bottom deck one of them. So my out is really, really low, and I can only see 1, and it could potentially be in my life, so pressing Gum Gum here can allow me to see more. Obviously, the chance is still low, but it pulls up my percentage of actually seeing the card I need if he does play out a blocker to try and survive. Hmm, 9k. Just because you got two 12k swing at the back, we'll have to let this go. He's got only 5 down up, right? As long as we curry survive, we are fine. We'll just take the rest of the swing. There's no point of doing that. Because if he plays out a buggy, he's got 3 cards, no blocker, we just go face and we win the game. But if he plays out another blocker here, then we have to split 2 ways. And depending on how much card he can actually counter out, depending on the counter that he has. We'll take all of it, just because we want to see all our cards, potentially having the Usohachi in our life. Okay. This is not great. This means that we might have to split 2 ways. Draw card. Okay, we didn't see what we needed to see. So he has got 4 cards. And our best attack here is 12-12. So meaning that he has to have 2-2-2. Actually, all 2Ks. So chances of that pretty low, but definitely possible. But we'll have to go for game anyways. Yeah, and he doesn't have enough. Having 4 2Ks is kind of crazy, anyways. But it does happen sometimes. It can happen just because Buggy cycled the card so much.
Now, last turn I could have achieved that if what's it called? I didn't calculate properly, but I could have played 5 Don. Use 5 Don to play Croc. Draw 2.
Draw 2 and discard 1. Yeah.
And play the 2 blocker. But it's still really hard. Like, knowing the top card it's a pudding.
Yeah.
Have to have perfect counter.
Yeah, you have to have perfect counter. But in this game, it's very hard, but it's definitely achievable. Yeah.
Want to go first or second?
Let me go second one more time, because I feel like people don't really know how to go against this as second.
Sure.
Okay, this is actually a pretty good hand. Really, really good hand. Like Nami will be better just because first is a 6k extra swing. And second, it helps you stack, so on your 9-don turn, you can drop Sanji straight away. That's the whole purpose of it, so you can have 2 board, and if he does buggy, your Sanji at least stay to apply the pressure to your opponent. Draw card, draw Don, sure, we don't have it, but we'll swing first. Always remember to swing first, you don't want them to bouncing your Bon Clay out and gain value from it, and then forcing him not needing to play the 7-cost buggy to lock your Bon Clay. Obviously, you want them to play the 7-cost buggy because it's a pretty much useless card that just sits there as a ward. It doesn't do anything at all. And you cannot remove it late game as well. If I have 2 Bon Clays on board, then you gotta respect that and you gotta keep that the entire game. We will be on 7 on next. Sadly, we do not have Nami. Let's see what we draw. Okay, that's definitely not a card that we want to see. He can trash this for later. This also means that he doesn't have any 6 costs to play out. Potentially. That is why he just left it there. I'll probably start off by swinging 7. And then we'll just go the 9k attack.
Yeah, perfect.
Just because I got nothing else that I can play. Sadly, but obviously you want to play Nami here into putting whatever 9 costs you have in hand into the top deck, so I can play Sanji next turn. Now he's gonna jam out more characters, swing side, and attacking my bodies. And it might not look great, unfortunately. And then he's gonna use that as activate main to play out a 6-cost character now that he has some cycle his head with proc. He's a 2-don up. I'm assuming he's gonna swing 6 and an 8. That'd be okay. 7 and 7 is actually obviously a better bet. But okay, he didn't continue swinging. That is fine. Because sadly we didn't get to stack. So best is I would do 6k attack here. Okay, he takes. That's not too bad. I'll play this out. Trash this because we can't really use it anyways. Put this to bottom life, forcing him to trash a card, and then we'll enter. So this way we can sustain a little bit more for longer games, because he's most likely going to play Buggy here if he has. And it will put me very, very behind just because we don't get to ramp into playing Sanji. I mean, playing Nami into Sanji. 6k. We got that. 6. We have to take. Let's do that. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done that. What am I doing? Yeah, he pretty much got game just because I don't have fucking counters at all. Sadly. We don't really have any outs here, unfortunately. What is the best play to do here? It's got these. I'm gonna swing face no matter what, I think. I know this is pretty much game, but we need to also think about like if there's any possible way for us to survive. So I got 2 plays. One is playing Katakuri. I think I'm dying no matter what if I play Katakuri, because the swings that he's swinging out is way too big. And if you're gonna blind Sanji here, we need to think about what are we looking for, right? If we play out blind Sanji, if we see Big Mom, can we survive? Because we're gonna have no done up. And we're only relying if our life is actually being 2k counters or something that can ramp us higher. But I think playing Katakuri just pretty much put me on the death sentence, so it's better to just play Sanji and hope for the best out. But okay, we didn't see. That's pretty much the game over. Yeah, game over. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So you see, like, these kind of things can happen, right? Imagine if I play 9 Sanji into 9 Mom here because that was my only out, and actually heals me. I could have survived the swings that he's giving me here. So always calculate your best out, even though you're in a shit position. Even though sometimes it does sound ridiculous that you need to see this exact card in your life, but it can definitely happen. So never give up. Never give up. Okay, we're dead. Go next. Go next. This time let me go first, and we'll do this as the last. Last thing. You really want to see Sanji in this matchup if you want to go first. And hopefully if you can see the Exodia rep, then you'll be in a very, very good spot, because it means that you have to drop your big stuff first. Swing 6 here. No rep, and enter. They're not going to play a 4-cost character, but knowing that if I'm gonna just got that next turn, they might even just jam 9k. Or Sanji Pilaf. We'll take this hit, that's fine. Oh my god, we're just too good at the game. Go down. We got nothing to play, unfortunately. Nami will be fucking amazing here, but we do not see. Yeah, we'll enter. So we didn't have God Thread that turn, but obviously there's 2 options, right? One is I just use it as a trigger, or I can actually take that and play that on this turn to KO that. But you never know, right? What if I draw into something that I needed, like drawing a God Dread? So this way it can put me in a further better position. So don't put yourself out because of the cards that you have in hand. Always need to believe on the cards that you're gonna draw next. Draw card, draw Dawn. I'll swing 6 here. Play 9 Mum. Remove this, gain a life, put this bottom life. Forcing him to trash a card. We definitely have two options, either playing Karakuri or Mum. I think they're both good. But knowing that my Mum is going to survive this turn, I think low-key is better to play Mum. Because it's a big 9k swing. And I can use that to contest their bodies. Because they're almost the 7ks. Rather than a Karakuri, then I have to put Don to swing 9. And also knowing that we're going to Sanji next turn as well. Obviously playing other cards than Karakuri is better, but if you can put up Karakuri, then go ahead. But if you can't, just drop a 9k body, is so much stronger. You can do 6, 6, 8 here. We probably want to gut both of the 6 and take the 8. But the thing is, he might not even go sideways just because he doesn't want me to go after his board. Because I can potentially clear 2 things if I see Rush Luffy. Like this. Okay, that's good. Sadly, we didn't see what we need. So I'll probably do this. Draw a card, draw Dawn. Swing 6 first, see what he does. Most likely gonna take or counter. He wouldn't block just because I can start chasing side if he does. Because he did that, we just keep going face. Break this into this. So we'll bottom deck the cards that we don't need at all. Move these two. And then we can enter. Obviously, I can play Karakuri here, but the reason I play Sanji into Nami is just so that I have an extra board existence. Because best thing he can do here is removing 2. But he's gonna lose his whole hand, so it's better to have the Nami in my hand. In my board, rather than just playing a Karakuri that he's gonna bottom deck anyways. I just hope he doesn't have the second buggy. We got this one. Okay, we got this one as well. Put this. It's actually okay to use this. Force him to trash a card in hand. We will use this for this one. Use on attack. Okay, now we'll block with that. Which is fine. Use card action. Oh my days, this is very, very tough. I'll take this, draw into this, then we'll rinse and then repeat. Okay, there's 2 options here. Because he has 4 cards, we can go side, swing 6 to 5, and hope he counters out. But if he does counter out, then we can't. Actually, let me think about this. If I go side, he really actually needs to counter it out, because if he doesn't, then he can't drop Buggy next turn. But obviously, if he doesn't have Buggy, then it doesn't really matter anyways. But he's also on 3 lives, so we kind of want to push him down. But if we want to push him down, we need to know that if we can survive for next turn, because he's going to be jamming a lot of swings into us. I think swinging side here is fine, because he might guard as well if I go face, so there's no difference. And this creates more opportunity on how I want to play. So if I swing leader here, we'll put him down to 2 life, and if I play Sanji into something, I need everything to survive to go for game next turn. But obviously, if I drop Rush Luffy, it's fine. Now that we definitely shouldn't go for his board because he would just let it go. And then he's pretty much just replacing, we're helping him replacing his board, so we definitely just go face here. Unless he let the first one go, then we can go for side. Now we'll just play this, place this at the bottom. Because if you don't want to see these cards again, then we'll pass turn. So it depends on what he does here. He's going to be swinging 6 at me to deplete my hand. Because he's in quite a healthy spot. But obviously he needs to play blocker here if he wants to survive for next turn. Or play buggy to remove my board. Excuse me. We'll cut it out. Because now that if he actually does chase side, I can also use my Nami blocker to block it. Take this hit. If he plays Buggy to bottom deck, he's only got two on left. And he might use that to swing side. But we can use the Nami blocker to block out the attacks. Okay, so he left one Don out. So if we take this and he plays out Buggy to bottom deck my 9k and then swing into it, I want to be able to counter it out so I can have 3 attackers next turn, and he will have 3 cards, so he has to have perfect counter to counter it. So low-key taking this is not bad at all. But he can also pivot into bottom deck my Nami and swing 13k to my leader. And if he does that, I really need my Gum to see the right cards. Now, unfortunately, we actually have to guard here if he does that. So just do this, trash this card, pass, resolve attack. So if I did what I wanted to do, I probably wouldn't have survived with these top 2 cards that I just drawn. 10, 12, 13. No, actually, it really depends on my last life. Okay. No, not enough. Technically, potentially, we should have gambled there. I think I made a mistake. Stop placing these on top. Okay, we need to start calculating. He's got 6 attackers. We definitely don't want to swing life here, just because we can't kill him regardless. We need to go for board and hope he lets it go. And I think that is probably our only way out. Okay. Let's go 7 into 5. See if he lets it go. If he lets it go, then we'll go 9 to 7. He has. Then we just have to do this. Block deck these 2. And we'll pass turn. I didn't really calculate the lethal, but potentially I can survive here, I'm not sure. So we'll see. Is Sable searchable, by the way?
It's searchable but 1 cost, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but a 1 cost creature. Character, not the event.
Oh, okay. Best mets he can do here. He needs only 3 swings to connect. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. So it really depends on what card we draw, I suppose. Give him a 1k. Give him this. Mm. What is it? Hmm. We can gut this out, but he's gonna swing again, and now we're gonna die. And he can potentially block back both of them, and it will cost us the game. Small mistake that I've done. I'll talk about it after this attack. I think I should just do it. And then just block. Okay. Very, very tough. Very, 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 very tough. Okay. We'll start by doing this. Gain 1 life. Just to the bottom. See what he does, and see if he actually trashes his card or actually letting himself heal. Okay. So there's no point of going side. It should be game anyways, I think. All my days. Oh, I should have on the extra 6. What am I doing? Oops. 7, 9. Okay. Yeah, it should be game. Unfortunately. I think that was a misplay. I should have just swung 9k with my Lin there at the previous turn rather than going side, just putting him down to like one lesser life. And this can potentially help me into achieving going for game this turn, just because we did see Rush Luffy in our top 5 stack. Boom, I'm dead. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's pretty much it for the whole gameplay, even though I lost most of my games, but I feel like these kind of games, there's no point of showing you guys that I'm winning. I'm playing against really, really strong player, and I just hope you guys can extract value out of it and learn something out of my videos, and not just trying to gain pride or whatever by winning. So I hope you guys understand like the whole like gameplay against Buggy. So if you're going second, you want to be able to see Bonclay into Nami. So the purpose of Nami is so that it can swing if they drop out 7 cost Buggy, because all it does is 4 and 3. And it's an extra 6k attack consistently. And the second thing, it allows you to play Sanji off to something on your 9 dawn play. So you're actually summoning 2 things, and normally when you're on your 9 dawn turn, they're on their 9 dawn turn. So they can only remove 1 thing if possible, or else they can't do anything at all. So like it's best to go into Sanji and the next time into Sanji into something again. And Rush Luffy is your very, very key card, like the 9 cost Rush Luffy. You want to be able to swing 10 once you drop your shirt away to apply more pressure, because remember, this is sort of a race, but obviously you need to know when to pivot and when not to pivot. For example, if there are 5 characters on board and you got 2 swings, you knowing that they can guard out one of the swings, then there's no point of swinging into it, because you're just helping them to replace their bodies on board. So make sure you don't just swing stupidly. And yes, you just want to keep doing Sanji into Luffy, because the 9 cost Luffy helps you extract the ability. It's already done its job. And going first, how you want to go going first is that you want, obviously seeing that Exodia is the best, you want to be able to ramp 3 times. But if you can do that, normally you just get the game in the bag, just because you'll reach 8 done so fast, and your opponent will be on potentially 6 on that turn. And that allows you to see your top 5 and helping you to just drop your Sanji into something to stack. Using a leader ability to stack and dropping Sanji into something So and they'll only be on 8 don next turn, and they can't remove anything. Both is gonna stay, and if you drop another Sanji into something, that's pretty much game over. But there's two ways of helping you achieve that. What the first way is dropping, saying Gear 2 into Bond Clay Gear 2 again, and you reach 8 don, or you can go Gear 2 into God Thread, leave 2 don up into Thunder Bagua. But obviously, some smart players seeing you having 2 don up, they might not even swing at you, even you don't have or have the card, just because it's not worth for them to risk into swinging into you to doing that. And also, Buggy, most of the time, they don't really have any extra don to swing at you as well. So having the 2 don might not be helpful, but it's something to think of sometimes. If you're really having no counters and you already rammed twice, you might as well have the 2 don up to stop your opponent from attacking you, so that way you're not actually receiving so much pressure into actually going low in your life. So something to think about. But going first, realistically, you want to see God Thread, just because on their 4 don play, the best they can do is just playing a 4-cost character, unless they go into Buggy, the 4-cost Buggy, trashing that and playing out a Mihawk, then your God Thread will be useless. But obviously that you're asking them to see a lot to be being able to achieve that. But if they just drop Elvida, you remove that character, it slows down their play like a lot. So make sure you have that extra 5-cost God Thread if you can, so you can remove the 4 don play. And on your 8 don play, normally if you only ramp once, just play Katakuri. So because normally they won't be able to remove the first Katakuri, and that's most likely going to stay there. But you want to be able to set up Katakuri, and after that it's going to be Sanji into something. So obviously you want to see Sanji into big bodies, but sometimes remember Sanji into Nami is not that bad as well. It helps you refresh your hand, and you're actually having an extra attacker as well. And if they do already have Buggy on board, that helps you block out their attacks. So don't be greedy and always just look for 9 costs. If you don't see any 9 costs in your top 5, just play out the Nami. Unless you really don't have any other cards to play, then yes, bottom decking it. And if your best play is to gamble, then go ahead and gamble with your Sanji and go for game. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I kind of suck when I'm playing the game and actually talking out my plays, and I don't really play out very super focused. So please let me know if I do any mistake, and if you guys see anything else that you guys want to talk about, just put it down in the comment. I'm more than happy to go through the feedbacks that I've done wrong. So yeah, just put it in a comment. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!